This recipe that we're going to prepare today is a beautiful sea bream, and we're going to serve this with some ruby red grapefruit, some pickled red onions. We're going to season it with a little bit of sumac and Aleppo chili pepper, and then we're going to have this, again, the beautiful Turkish olive oil and a little bit of basil. The only thing with today is that we're not going to cook the fish. We're actually going to serve this almost like sashimi, but we're going to have a little bit of that grapefruit citrus in contact with it, so it will give it it will actually start to cook it. So the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to cut these supremes. And again, what I've done for this grapefruit is taken the top and bottom off, and then I follow the contour of the flesh and actually take that skin right off, as well as the pith. And then all we're going to do is just take these segments out just like that. Another way to do it is just up like that way, so you can actually cut down and then cut back out. And then in the case of today, we're going to save some of this because we're going to do a little bit of this drizzled on top of the fish. But these supremes are really rather thick, so I want to cut them in half like this, and that way they're a little bit easier to eat, a little thinner as the fish is going to be sliced just a little bit thinner as well. So we want to cut these down just a little bit. Get one of these nice thick ones. There we are. All right, one more, just in case. All right, and there we have our grapefruits ready to go. In a different segment, we also did the pickled red onion recipe, so those are very quick, easy to make. So now what we're going to do is we're going to work on our sea bream. I removed the fillet, I removed those bones, and it still has the skin on. For this dish in particular, we are not going to serve it with the skin on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the tail, and I'm going to cut down just to the skin, and I'm going to use this end piece to hold on to, and then just wiggling my knife back and forth, we're going to pull that skin right off, and we'll save that as so. All right, and then what we're going to do is we are going to slice our sea bream, and we want to get nice thin slices here, so I'm going to slice just like this. There we are. Let's take that piece off. There we go. All right, turn this around, and let's go this way. All right. And we want these slices just about 1/8 of an inch thick. I think that that's a really nice size. You get just enough of that beautiful flavor of the fish, but anything thicker and it's can be just a little chewy, so we want to make sure that we're more on the thin side here, and we'll lay those out just like that. All right, there we have it. All right, so now what we're going to do is, while we have the fish here on the cutting board, we're going to season the fish here. That way the plate will remain nice and clean. So I'm going to give it just a little bit of fresh cracked black pepper. Also a little bit of sea salt. Just like that. And then we also want to do our sumac. This is really going to tie all these flavors together. The citrus from the grapefruit, the citrus from the sumac, and then we're going to have just a little bit of Aleppo chili pepper to give it just a little slight kick, and also a little bit of that beautiful chili flavor. There we are. And just a little bit of this. There we go. That's beautiful. Okay. Now we are going to put our plate together. So what I'm going to do is start with my grapefruit, and we're going to layer the bottom with these beautiful supremes. I think we'll get about 4 or 5 in there. And this would be a great dish. I would like to serve this as a great little appetizer or starter. You just really want 2 or 3 bites of this beautiful fish. Some of the nice balance of flavors with the pickled red onions, a little bit of heat, the citrus, everything ties in together really well. But I think that this is definitely a dish that we want to have just enough. There we are. So let's put that there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer the fish right in between each supreme so that we get a really nice plate presentation. There we are. Let's put one more with that guy. That guy was just a little small. And now we're going to garnish the plate. So I'm going to do a quick little chiffonade of some basil. And the best way to do that is to hold these leaves just like this, and we're going to run that knife right through it, just like this. And we're moving the knife just in one direction, just like that. And then what we have are the beautiful, nice little ribbons of basil. And we want that. And this is also adds that beautiful, fragrant flavor and smell. And then for our pickled red onion, we're just gonna lay a few little strands in there. Let's get some nice thin ones. And last but not least, we definitely have to get some of this beautiful olive oil in there. And that's really going to pull everything together. There we are. There is our beautiful sea bream with our ruby grapefruit segments, chiffonade basil, and sumac.